on the call here, and we're pumped to have Peter Martin of Pro Skate Goal join us today to go through some questions and talk about some gear. For those of you that don't know Pete is a goalie himself, played in the Western League. How many years in pro over in Switzerland, Pete?
I played 17 years pro in Switzerland.
Wow, and coached as well, right?
And then I coached, assistant coach and goalie coach for the same team that I retired from. Yeah, for 3 years.
So you're not going to find a more informed retailer anywhere, guys, as far as goaltending goes. So you're looking at the leading guy here in Western Canada. So we're happy to have you on, Pete. I think we'll maybe let you kick things off here if about your store, like what's going on right now, maybe your hours, that sort of thing.
Sure. Thanks, Kevin. First of all, thanks to Kevin and Lanny for having me on today. It's a huge thing for me to be involved with this and be able to speak to so many goalies at once to talk about goal equipment. I know, everybody likes to get new gear. Everybody likes to look at the new gear. Everybody likes all the look and feel of the stuff. And sometimes you have a lot of questions that you can't get answered. So Kevin invited me along for the ride today to help inform you more about what it is you wear, or maybe what you want to purchase in the future. We can discuss the brands that are available out there today on the market. I do have some of the new stuff in. You can see behind me. New Axis, CCM Axis stuff is in store now. It's been here for about a month, and we've been rolling through doing appointments only. So as to what Kevin said, yeah, we are open on an appointment basis only, 4 days a week, Tuesday through Friday. Sorry. And we've been really busy. We've been fortunate that the goalie clientele loves to get in to see the new stuff and order the new stuff up, because they know it's going to be an 8 to 10 week wait down the road to get their new stuff in. So we've been pretty busy. We're really fortunate, and we appreciate the business that we have. So I guess, Kev, we can take a little quick walk around the store to show off some of the new stuff. So what I'll do is I'll just grab my iPad here and we'll start. I'll flip the camera around.
Yeah,
I don't even have to do it.
Take us on a tour, and then goalies, as always, fire those questions in the chat. We'll be monitoring that, and the more you guys engage on the chat and ask questions, the more we're going to get out of this session here. So go ahead, Pete.
So just walking in the store now. For those of you that haven't been here, this is the new arrangement in the store. I've set it up a little bit differently, so the guys that have been here before will see. I've created kind of a CCM zone here in the front. Kev, is that picture okay there?
Yeah, you got it.
You see okay? So this is, we've set it up in the store now so that we have a nice little CCM fitting area. CCM's always been really good to us, and it is definitely our most popular seller in the store. So we've kind of created a little zone for CCM that people can come in if they're really CCM guys. They don't have to go any further. They can just walk into this area here, and the pro gloves, when the rest of them arrive, some of them are downstairs getting in the photo booth right now, getting ready for website publication. So not every glove is on the wall yet. I have about another 20. This is just the pro glove selection we have right now. There's about 20 downstairs just waiting to be put in. So we've created new stick racks and whatnot. You can see they're double-sided stick racks. So at any time, when peak inventory is happening, we're going to have upwards of probably about 500 sticks on the floor. So selection shouldn't be a problem for most of you guys. I think, we try to carry the top 3 brands, which are CCM, Bauer, Warrior, obviously. We plan on having, as always, a good selection in stock. And, now we've created a new skate wall. Not all the pricing is on yet, but, because of the COVID thing, unfortunately, deliveries are way behind. Usually I would have almost everything new in stock right now, but unfortunately that's not the case yet. So really the only thing that has arrived of the new inventory is the CCM Axis Pro, Intermediate, and Junior pads. The gloves haven't arrived yet at the Intermediate and Junior, so we're still waiting on those. There are some new skates in. For example, I do have the new CCM line, the AS3 Pros right there. and the line underneath it. Was that picture okay there, Kev? You can see them.
Yep, looks good.
Yeah. So, you know, uh, we'll continue to offer a multitude of colored cages here in the store for all the models of masks that you might want. We'll always have, your reds, your sparkles, blues, blacks, navies, whites, of course, and the standard chrome for those guys that just like a standard chrome. So here right now, we're going to create a CCM or a Bauer area in the store. Again, it's a little bit, I'm taking advantage of this downtime because of COVID. We're doing a little reconstruction here. And this will be, and leading around the corner into the mess back there, this is going to be a Bauer area. So basically what we're going to see here is all the new Bauer stuff and the existing vapor line. So as you can see, we have received all the black Bauer stuff. Here is our new demo fleet from Bauer. We'll have the ultrasonic there on the top shelf is available. We have it in a medium, large, and extra large size demo set. We have gloves to match, of course. And then we have the 3S intermediate, which are the 1, 2, 3 here. And then the new line is the GSX that comes in all black or in all white. And much like the Brian's Net Zero stuff, you'll be able to put colored graphic packages inside the stock stripes there. So, those, at least those have arrived to give people a glimpse of what Bauer is offering this year. But unfortunately, that's it. We hope to have more stuff in stock by the beginning of June. And just for those of you who are wondering, who are in need of skates, the official launch for all the new skates from CCM and Bauer will be June 26th. So it's a long ways off. So we redesigned our section again with the gloves. We've made a zone, that will have Pro Series gloves, senior, intermediate, junior, and youth. So there'll be signage coming for that to help you through, to tell you what it is, and to make everything a little bit clearer for everybody. And then, of course, we still are going to have our custom chest pad series. So what we have this year coming is a custom chest pad that we've built and created with every manufacturer. So we have our new CCM one here, which is the first time ever retail CCM has offered an NHL protective package on a chest pad. It's not NHL legal sizing wise, but it is NHL protection for the first time ever retail. We've had these in for about 2 months, and even though COVID has been kind of hampering our ability to sell, this chest pad is flying off the shelves. We've sent it all over North America. It's awesome. It's an absolute beast. But the great thing is you don't lose 1 ounce of mobility. So it is an awesome unit. So that would be the custom one with the white and navy, and that would be your standard CCM eFlex 2 Shield with the D30 protection on it. And this year we will have a custom chest pad, the new ultrasonic from Bauer. And we also have a new custom Brian's Optic 3 coming. So, I mean, lots of exciting stuff coming in the store. I wish, having a normal year when we're having this kind of thing, I'd have all that stuff to show. But, these just arrived. This is a custom order that a young guy made. He's going to be stoked to come and pick those up tomorrow. So in a nutshell, we're just getting the store organized again in preparation for reopening, which is hopefully going to be soon. And still the array of custom gear that we're going to have in stock. Custom CCM sticks, custom colors, custom curves, paddle lengths from CCM and from Bauer are all still going to be here in the store. It's just unfortunately everything's been delayed a little bit by this COVID thing. So so lots of exciting new things for us this year in the store regarding gear, because we just decided we had to evolve a little bit. We've changed the store look a little bit, but we've also changed our approach in how we will purchase the gear to sell to you. Hoping to offer better selection. The service, as always, I think, is going to be top notch. I'm very fortunate to have great staff in my store that both goalies, they understand the position, and are really great guys. I'm fortunate to have them, and I wish they could be here right now working with us, but unfortunately it's not the case. So I mean, this is what it is today. because of where we are. But you know, for anybody that wants still to come in and purchase something, we are by all means open and ready to go for business when if you need to make an appointment. That's not a problem at all.
That's awesome, Pete. Thanks for taking us around there. We got lots of
Hope it
questions.
works out okay.
Lots of questions rolling in. So we'll
Okay.
since you're standing right there, let's start with the first one and just your thoughts on the CCM Axis line.
So the CCM Axis line is, you know, I've heard a lot of negativity about it since the CCM Lefebvre split. I think a lot of people, you know, a lot of right wing, left wing thoughts on this on this line. So um, I've got to say that I'm very pleasantly surprised at the turnout. I mean, I saw the equipment for the first time almost over a year ago, actually. I was fortunate enough to get invited by CCM to show me what the next process is in their evolution of the goaltending equipment and how I was going to go forward without Lefebvre. The answer to me has been a lot of people don't understand that. Yes, Lefebvre had their name on the side of the pad and designed the pad, but it's important that people understand that Lefebvre and CCM were co-designers in the goal pads and equipment. Lefebvre certainly, you know, the even the last iteration of the pad in Premier style harkens back to the day when Lefebvre designed the very first Premier. Kev, you probably know that pad well.
Yeah.
Very first Premier one. So you know that design was a true design. True design. It just continued to be developed by both parties over the years. CCM brought a little bit of tech in it. Lefebvre would bring a little bit of function, and they each had a hand in each design of that goal pad. However, now going with the Axis, I'll just grab one off the wall so we can show it. Going with the Axis now, I'll just grab one of our demo pads. The new Axis is extremely lightweight. It's you know, a lot of the negativity I heard the online buzz initially when this came out during the World Juniors was a lot of people didn't like the graphic. I got the customizer given to me last September. So, you know, my first thought was it looked different. It looks really modular. If you look at this Axis pad, it does look modular. It looks more like a Supreme pad now. And a lot of guys kind of don't like that as well. But what people are going to have to start getting their head around is that the modular pad design is here to stay. We're not going to go back to the soft, cushy, you know, even though E-Flex will continue with knee rolls in some shape or form in E-Flex 5 that comes out next April. The pad design, because of the cost involved in so much handwork in a pad, that's just going away. So you're going to get the modular design, and people just they gotta get used to that. So a lot of the negativity I heard was as a result of the graphic. However, as you played and as I played with the graphics on it when I was building my store stock last September, I realized that like wow, you can do virtually anything. The designs you can make on this pad it's phenomenal, and it has a lot of cool features in it. You can see not so much on this pad; it's a little bit harder to see, but this pad does have you know, two zones where the color fades in and out. It can go from light to dark, and it has little small design areas in the corner that really pop on the pad. So from a pad design standpoint, I think the it's limitless what you can do to this pad, and it's really nice. But now, you know, to a functionality standpoint, which is you know what we're all mostly concerned about. Great thing about this pad is it's a lot lighter than its predecessor Premier. I'm gonna say it's about a half a pound lighter, and one of the biggest features, finally, flat landing area. If you remember on the Premier Series before, the medial roll here was always rounded. So what that, you know, back when that pad was designed with the medial roll that was round on it, it was built like that for a reason, to have a smaller contact patch on the ice, which offered less resistance, better slidability on the ice. However, now we've evolved through that. We have, you know, all the new materials like speed skin, which allow optimal slide speed whenever you need to. So the round feature didn't need to be there anymore. It also promoted maybe a little bit of difficulty staying flat on the ice. There was always a lot of roll in it. There were tendency to under rotate and not get perfectly flat seal on the ice. So I'm thankful that that pad design has been changed. It mimics almost virtually every other pad on the ice now with the flat landing surface and also now the flat stabilizer, balance stabilizer on the back. So, I mean, from that standpoint, win-win as far as I'm concerned. So 2 points we have so far, less weight and a flatter landing surface. You go to the back of the pad now and you'll see a lot of it is similar to what the Premier was before. It still does have the quick motion strap system on the inside here. That's that strap system that is now completely adjustable. Velcro closure. It's adjustable to your preferred tension. Great thing about that is when you do wear it tight, what it does is it closes the pad. It closes the pad down. It closes the pad and gets down to the ice really quickly. So what we don't want to have is something called pad lag. Pad lag is when you're moving and you're going down to the ice into your butterfly, you're exploding down to the ice. You want the pad to be moving at the same speed as your leg is. You don't want the pad even just a millisecond behind your leg, because we've all had that goal that goes in that you just miss it and you think, darn, how did I miss that? I thought I had it. Well, that could have been the result of pad lag, loose strap pad, and not pad not going as quickly down to the ice. So the idea of the quick motion strapping is that it is snug at the back of your calf, and that is the first area when you're going down. That's what drives the speed down to the ice net pad. So the quick motion strapping system from CCM has been really good. And the smart thing that they do that I really like is the last closures with the seatbelt kind of material. So the idea behind that is seatbelt has a stop. An elastic doesn't. Elastic goes and goes and goes. So you're strapped in there snug. Your leg is not going to pull out of the pad. It'll be wrapped in tight because there is no give in that system. So it really holds your leg in there securely and gives you a nice secure fit. Some of the other things. Oh, the one thing that is different actually from this to an eFlex 4, a lot of guys don't know. This quick motion strap is right on your calf in this pad. On an eFlex 4, it's actually inside here between the balance stabilizer and this last calf strap. So the eFlex gives you a little bit snugger fit because it helps this inner calf wrap even wraps more snug around. This one, even though this is a tight fit pad, it doesn't fit as snugly as an eFlex 4. So this pad does have the tight fit option on it. And that's definitely the most popular one. And one other thing that is happening in the modern pad, you'll see the calf wrap is a lot shorter than it was in the past. So there's basically, for me, one reason for that is when you are down in the butterfly, it allows your foot now with the bungee cords together. There's no calf wrap holding your foot up in the middle post of the pad here. So what it allows you to do is your foot is allowed to sink down low when you're in your butterfly. And when you have to lift up to get your blade into the ice to push to your next move, it allows quicker transfer down, allows you to get the blade on the ice a lot quicker, hence allows you to get to your next position quicker. So, and to achieve that, you don't have to lift the pad as high. So if you're going into transition and you have to lift the pad this high to push over, okay, obviously, if there's a quick shot coming, you have a longer distance to go to close that ice again. With this system together with the bungee and the shorter calf wrap, it allows your foot to go down lower. So maybe perhaps you only have to lift your pad this high to get that inside edge over, and consequently, you have a smaller distance again to go to close that ice. So I see a lot of benefits of this pad, and these are things that, sometimes don't get discussed because we're all just so wrapped up in, you want to come in and get the newest, latest, greatest stuff. And if you don't ask the proper questions, or sometimes, the retailer, not everybody schools you on stuff like that. So I think it's important that everybody knows the changes that are in the new equipment, and all these changes are made to allow you to be a better goalie. I mean, if the graphic makes you look better on the ice, that's awesome too, because look good, feel good, play good. I mean, who's going to argue that, right? But at the end of the day, we're stopping pucks. We want to stop pucks better. So, so I hope I answered your question there. The new Axis stuff is very lightweight. I'm excited for it. Still does have the max rebound material in it, which is that. It's a thin layer of max rebound right behind the cover of the pad, and that's what gives you the hot uh, exit velocity of the puck. It's gone are the days of the puck hitting and dropping short in front of you or staying close to you. Nowadays, pads are being built with the purpose of puck hitting, exit velocity is high, gets out of the way quick, so you have a little bit more time to get up and get to that next position. So all in all, I think a really positive move for CCM, how they've done, how they built this Axis pad, and judging by the amount of sales we've done with it so far, it's really popular with the goalies.
That's awesome, Pete. You guys can see the wealth of knowledge here that that Pete has on not only the equipment but on the goaltending side too. So Pete, we're gonna have to get you to do a little more quick hit answers here so we can get through some
Sure.
questions. Some
Sorry,
more
man.
because we're about 15 minutes left. So
Okay.
like you can tell your passion. I love it. And Lanny, you're gonna take over here on some questions on the chat line.
Yeah, so we're going to fly through some here, Pete. We got the next one up. Just quickly, I guess, what's your favorite gear brand?
My favorite gear brand. It's not often I throw that out there. I'll give a little bit of an answer. It'll be quick though. Don't worry. It'll be a quick answer. I really like CCM. CCM is a great company. They listen to. They ask for feedback from the retailers, and when we give it, they actually listen to it. So I think a lot of the changes you've seen in that pad are not only pro-driven, they're also driven by the consumer advice, which they relate to us, which we relate to CCM. CCM will throw that into the mixer and see if a lot of these things make sense for them. And they have adapted stuff at retail, and there's no doubt about it. So, from that standpoint, that plus they make great gear. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And majority of NHLers can't be wrong. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely. Love it. Okay, what pad brands have you been most surprised with this year in regards of innovation?
Bauer for sure. Bauer has a new feature in their goal pad, only in the ultrasonic pro line, called Stabila Block. And Stabila Block is simply a knee block that is not sewn into the seam of the pad. It actually is L-shaped, if you will. It's L-shaped like this. And so you have the knee block part that you're down on in your knee, and the other part of it goes internally into the face of the pad, right into the middle of the pad. So consequently, it is virtually impossible to under rotate on this pad. So when I saw that feature, it reminded me of Velcro, because like, how did we live without Velcro so long? Lanny, why didn't you invent Velcro?
Yeah, I know.
Right. I mean, so Stabila Block, to me, I saw it. It makes so much sense. I've had two guys come in and order it already after just having those pads in the store one day, and feedback on it is 100% positive. It's a really nice feature, and I think when guys come in and try it, they're going to be really surprised by it.
Awesome. Okay, this one I know you're going to want to talk about because you've told me lots. What's your opinion on True Skates?
Okay, good question. We were the first guys to have VH at retail in Western Canada about 6 years ago, and that was before they were True. They were VH skates made by Scott Van Horn. We had good success with them, and then once they got purchased by True, things from a business side of things changed a little bit, and I made a decision to not go forward with the True brand. And I'm sitting okay with that today. I have no regrets. I find, trying to be politically correct here, CCM and Bauer now all offer custom skates that I feel are more durable and better built, which consequently, in a short way of saying it, offer you more bang for the buck. I have some of my clients that obviously go out and purchase True Skates somewhere else, and I'm fortunate that they still come to me to purchase the rest of their stuff. So I have a chance to see their True Skates when they bring them in to get sharpened and whatnot. And almost to a T, the advice offered to me, or the feedback I get from the clients, is that they're disappointed in the quality of the product. However, one thing I don't hear is that they're disappointed in the performance. I understand the performance of the product is great, but I think people want to see a better balance between performance and durability. So I'll say that. without getting into it much deeper. But the new skates coming from Bauer and CCM, and the ability to 3D fit and everything like that is phenomenal. The quality and the warranty availability on that, plus the support from your retailer, because they're Bauer and CCM. The second, it's second to none the support we get from those reps or those retailers too.
Perfect. Okay, we're in the 9-minute mark here, so we're gonna really crunch in. We got Warrior Ritual G5. Thoughts?
I saw it. To me, it's nothing to be. It's not anything I'm considering having in my stores. As a matter of fact, I've made the decision to stop being a Warrior dealer going forward. Strictly business, nothing to do with like, dislike, nothing like that. It wasn't a really popular sale in my store. So, but in my honest opinion, it's not a performance-based pad. If you are an elite player and you demand performance out of your pad, you demand stiff thigh rise, you demand good foam, durability, quality, big rebound kind of pad. In my opinion, you won't get that in the Warrior. So I think the person looking for that would be disappointed if that was their purchase at the end of the day. I think that that person needs to be informed about how that pad will perform versus a Bauer or a CCM or a Brian's Optic or a Genetic. I think there are just so many better options out there for those guys that demand high performance and quality out of their product, that, they got to really understand what they're purchasing and why they're purchasing.
Okay, we got a few questions here. So everyone who's asked about a glove question, we're going to try and answer it in one go. What's the best type of glove out there, Pete?
I knew the question was coming, so I ran over and grabbed it really quick. CCM 580 is right now the hottest glove I've seen in about 5 years. There's not a guy. I think we've done over 30 custom CCM orders in the last month or so, and I believe about 26 or 27 of them out of the 30 plus are 580 orders. So I know a lot of times I get the questions, well, what is a 580? What's a 590? What's a 600? Simple answer is you got to come in, try it out in the store to understand what I'm talking about. I could sit here and tell you one will close more with your forefinger to the base of your thumb. One will close more fingertip close. Another one will close all the fingers together. That's a real literal explanation of the gloves. To come in and get and try it on is the best thing you can do. People got to understand that all gloves are 45 inches in perimeter. All pro gloves are 45 inches in perimeter. That means they measure from here all the way around back to this starting point again in the 45 inches. However, where you put those inches make a difference. So when you've got this glove on and you're wearing it beside a 590, for example, it seems like you could almost fit the 590 in this pocket. So guys, if you have those kinds of questions, it's best to come in the store so you can try on a 580, a 590, and a 600 and see for yourself. And then my explanation when you're trying it on will make a lot more sense to you. But definitely right now, hottest selling glove, no debate.
Awesome. Love that. Okay, we got a quick question. What's the wait time on custom Brian's?
Good question. Just got off the phone conference call with Brian's today. Brian's has been shut down building PPE clothing for the province of Ontario. They currently have 240 custom orders sitting on their desk waiting to start being produced. That's never happened before. So right now, Brian's is busy trying to decide how they're going to attack this once the COVID is, well, not when it's done, but when they are allowed to get back into the factory and start producing hockey equipment instead of PPE. So right now, that's a real random question that is tough for me to answer because they've never had 240 orders on the desk waiting to start piling through. So
Totally.
sorry, I can't give a better answer, but that is the update as of 2 hours ago.
Okay, what's the best gear for young goalies? Let's talk about maybe the way, because we've seen it as a coach, some pads don't close well when you go down. So we're talking maybe junior set here. What's the best junior set?
Yeah, junior set, honestly, the success we've had with, let me just turn that. the success we've had with the Brian's Net Zero stuff is second to none. And, you know, we're talking, so, I mean, now I'm talking about a youth category goalie. It's lightweight, functional, does it up with Velcro, slides really well. So, you know, for us, that's been the sales on that have been phenomenal the last 5 years. It's been an excellent product. After that, I would say Axis or Premier before that have been very successful. You know, the nice thing about the Axis or Premier before it is a nice pre-curved shape in it, that when a goalie goes down, it's nice to have that pre-curved shape that kind of pulls to the middle of your body in unison. So kids find when they go down, they're literally closed in one move instead of having to go, you know, down and then close the legs together. The pre-curve for the younger kids is a big help because it does close to the middle of your body quicker and helps you close that 5-hole up. You know, generally speaking, I'd say all the manufacturers have it figured out. They're making their kids' pads lightweight, Velcro adjustment, bungee toe ties, and you could throw a blanket over you know the pricing on all of them. I honestly don't think there's a poor pad on the market, honestly. Yeah, everything is so good. It's so competitive at that area. A lot of times it's going to turn out to be what fits you best, because all pads are going to fit differently from one brand to the next. If you put 3 brands side by side, 28 plus 1, I guarantee you they will all fit the same person differently. So a lot of the times it's going to be, you know, understanding what your retailer is telling you, and understanding how fit in the knee is of optimal importance to make sure you get a good ice seal while still providing some growth room. All those things can be achieved, not a problem.
Awesome. Okay, we're at 2.5. So Swanee, I'm going to turn it back to you to close this out with Pete.
Sounds good. Yeah, thanks, Pete. I don't know if we'll have time for more questions. I think Lanny has a list of some of them. Maybe we can circle back and do another one, or maybe we can get them sort of shot out in an email or something. But maybe just get some your thoughts on doing that.
Yeah, I'm open. We can do this anytime. I'm definitely open. Maybe it would be a good idea again to jump in on this. I'm sure kids are going to have more questions about the new lines as they start trickling in. So there's definitely going to be more questions and more stuff to talk about when that does happen.
Yeah, I think even myself, I had a bunch on my list too. So, you know, talking gear is always fun. So I think maybe we'll have to do this again, but we really appreciate you taking the time and going through some of this gear stuff with us, Pete. So
anytime, I appreciate it. You're giving me the chance to show everything off. It's been awesome. I hope everybody's safe, and thanks again, Kev. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, and for those of you that maybe came in later, didn't know it, the store is Pro Skate Goal. Peter Martin is the owner. He is open for appointments, so feel free to reach out and you know,
DM us on Instagram, Pro Skate Goal.
Pro Skate Goal on Instagram. Hit it up.
Hit it up.
Sounds good. Thanks, goalies. Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Lanny. We'll
stay safe, everybody.
We'll be in touch again soon.
All right. See you later.